Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the NorCal Sports Network, where the Giants pull off the 1-0 victory over the Diamondbacks today on 2 hits. But one of them was a home run by Lamont Wade Jr., and he got all of it. And the Giants win the last 3 to do what they needed to do. Win 3 of 4 against the Diamondbacks, gain 2 games over them, and now they're 4 games up on the D-backs. A huge win today. Giants get 2 days off now, 1 day off. I'm thinking 2 days off. It's for Crawford. Crawford sat out today, which gets 2 days off.
What you want to see.
And Duvall gets a much needed day off as he works 5 of the 8 games, the last 8 games on the homestand. And he needs
got a little tricky there at the end, didn't it?
Little bit. I'm going to have to jump away any sec. And
what's up? What's up, Senior? What's up, G. Martinez, Spencer, Jose?
Waiting on a phone call here, so
no
I'll jump
Eddie, what
away
is up?
Any minute.
MF is in here. Bay Area Music Lens. Robert Duville or Duville.
Call him Duvall. Give him the name
sure.
Duvall.
Duvall. Eric Hernandez. Mark Graves, of course, is in the house. Daniel Gomez. Appreciate you guys all joining here in the
Liam's Crazy Channel all the way.
Look at that from the UK.
London. There he is.
What's
Hey
up,
guys, how's it going, Liam?
Hello, Liam. Hello.
So anyway, big victory today, guys. 1-0. Well played ball game from both teams.
That's good.
Diamondbacks not really capitalizing on a lot of things. They make a lot of mental errors. A young team. This is why you probably have an A.J. Pollock on a roster, because you got a lot of young guys. And the Giants, whether he's just a stabilizing force, hopefully a force for a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, things have a way of working themselves out. A.J. Pollock, I've thought about it a little bit more. I think he could be some help, Guys get re-energized when they get in a pennant race, And I'm liking the way they're looking right now. Kapler did a good job again today managing the game, didn't overmanage by pulling guys in and out, pinch hitting. He just let the lineup play it out.
That's 3 games in a row.
Yeah, just letting them play. And
he's listening to the show, so he's finally figuring out how
trying to mix and match too much. But anyway, give us your thoughts. Let's start at the. We'll go around this way. So Eric down to Los over to Bora. We'll go. Or should we go young, old, middle? Young. Let's see. What do we got? We got young. We got middle age and super. Anyway, go ahead. Take it over, Eric.
All right. It was good to see him win today. It was there wasn't much action at the plate, as far as hitting is concerned. But, they did enough. The pitching is coming through. And that's kind of been what's been going on this whole year, is that the bullpen coming through and keeping the guys in the game, because there's a total lack of offense right now. Yeah, you had 4 runs yesterday, but today – with only 1 run on 2 hits, you got to see more in that, especially when you start getting in there. But you know what? Hey, it's a win. I'll take the win. But, let's see what happens here. Hopefully they get re-energized on this day off. The A series is going to be nice. Hopefully they can make up some ground there, because after the A series, boy, it's going to get rough. So the Giants are going to need all the cushion they can when they start getting into these next couple of weeks and playing some really top tier team. So we'll see what happens. And I saw real quick, I'm going to identify Logan saying Hayden Birdsong got promoted to AA. That's good to see. A lot of guys have been talking to me about him. Senior Logan, I think Safi was talking about him as well. So yeah, it's good to see these young guys, another pitcher getting called up, getting promoted. We need to see that. So on to you there, Los.
Well, Al Davis of the Raiders once said, just win, baby. And that's what the Giants do. They find ways to win. Being here in Arizona, I get the Arizona broadcast, so I get the Arizona announcers' perspective. And as much as we complain week by week about the Giants hitting, they are absolutely furious about Arizona's bats not hitting. They said it's one thing to not hit Webb, but it's another thing not to hit these other guys. So we need to see, is this really dominant Giant pitching? Is Arizona really struggling with the bats right now? Combination of both. I mean, the Giants bullpen, as we've said for months, is lights out. Probably the best bullpen in the league. That is what's winning them games. They are going to have to hit the ball at some point when they play the big boys. And that is a fact. So great that they're piling up these wins now. That's what you need to do. They will continue to do that.
Yep.
They can't have a letdown against the A's. Okay.
No, they
just
can't.
think, oh, Arizona, it's automatic. We're going to beat the A's. Remember, this is the team that got swept by the Nationals. They sometimes have a bad habit of playing down to their competition. So let's see what happens.
Good
Keep
point.
chalking
Good
up
point.
those wins, get a cushion, and that stretch that we all talk about, August 10th to September 1st, 2nd, whatever it is. I think we all agree if they can just finish 500 in that stretch run,
they're in a good spot
for a decent September. So take it away, young Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters are wins, and that's what the Giants are doing. They're winning. They're third in the NL in the win column, only behind the Braves and Dodgers. And I think us Giants fans having the 3 World Series in the last 14 years, we're spoiled a little bit. But and I mean, wins are wins at the end of the day. But I mean, you got to get the offense going. You just have to.
Yeah.
At some point, it's just not sustainable. The pitching is gonna. It might not implode, but it's gonna come back down to. It's gonna slow down. It's gonna come back down to earth a little bit within the next few weeks. You guys said that tough stretch. And the offense is gonna have to pick it up. They don't have to carry the team.
Correct.
That's what the pitching and bullpen is for. But you just gotta give your bullpen and starting rotation some breathing room.
Yes, very good point.
Right now, the pitching, both starters and relievers, they're digging deep. They're really they're not playing relaxed. They're playing really tense, and they're trying not to allow any runs.
That can have some long-term effects if you keep doing that.
They're throwing extra hard. They're really putting out a sweat, trying to close these games out. These 1-2 run games.
You're right. The lineup has got to help them be able to relax a little bit more, so that they're not feeling that stress, and possibly. I mean, stress can do a lot of things. So
it can. Yep. I mean, stress puts injuries on players. You want to see the offense carry this team a little bit. You want to give these bullpen guys some breathing room.
Yep.
But you're stacking up wins. That's the end of the bottom line.
Yeah.
I would like to see them when Webb and Cobb are not pitching deep into games, when it's going to be a bullpen game. I would like to see one time where like Wood goes 5 innings and maybe Beck goes 4, or Alexander goes 4 and DeScalfini goes 5. I would love to
don't even mention that name. Don't even mention that name.
I know it's wishful thinking, but the point I'm making is I would like to see for one time just 2 pitchers pitch.
Yep.
Instead of 5, because you guys think I'm blowing smoke here, but I'm just telling you, I've watched baseball a long time. I've seen teams use up their bullpens.
Yes.
And these guys are, and it's not the innings. Like if you look at the stats and you go, oh, they haven't thrown a lot of innings. It's that they have to warm up repeatedly. And even if they don't go into the games, those are miles.
Those are bullets.
Warming up. Oh, they don't go in. Then the next game they go in. Then the next game they go in. And bullpens get burned out, man. And they're going to need – this is the lifeblood of this team, is this bullpen. If that starts to falter –
they're done. They're done.
They're done. And that's why we're cautiously optimistic. They're going to have to get these bats going. You can't score 1 or 2 runs against the Braves, the Rays, the Rangers. You just can't.
Exactly.
It's not sustainable.
Got Senior Softball saying Otter is in the chat. We all know who Otter is, right? Senior, I'll let you explain who Otter is, but it's pretty good. But yeah, he also makes another great point. The dog days. I've been saying this for a while. Dog days. We're just in the beginning of it, and like we said, that starting from August 11th until like September 4th, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough.
All you need to
be a challenge
in that stretch. All you need to go is 500. Just stick around 500, and you have a chance. You have a pretty good chance. That's all you got to do. As long as you don't completely implode, you have a good shot to make the wild card in the playoffs. But that's the goal right now.
I'm telling you, man. This is what I would like to see, whether it happens or not. You got Webb and Cobb. Each of those guys can go 7 easy. Maybe even deeper, so you got 7 innings. Beck, I think, has proven himself to be a pretty good starter.
He has, but right? Kapler just put out interview today after the game. He's satisfied with Beck's innings, and they're not going to try to make him a starter.
That doesn't make sense. What's one inning going to do?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
But whatever. So
he's trying to play the mind games with the other team. I was going to say Beck,
Stripling. Beck and Stripling should be able to go at least 5. At least 5, right? I'm guessing. And then you got your bullpen that can take you the rest of the way. You can mix your match at that time. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I guess if it's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I don't know. I'm afraid it's going to get broke, but we'll see.
Back to Los's point where we want to see the only like 2 pitchers pitch. That happens when the offense shows up. If you're putting 5, 6, 7 runs a game and you're up 7-2 or something, and Webb pitches 6, 7 innings, even 5 innings. The Giants have these guys, Manaea, Junis, and Beck, even Walker, that can pitch the last 3, 4 innings and save the bullpen arms. That should be the goal. You don't want to get Doval in there every day. You don't want to get.
It seems like I'm glad Tyler had a day, because it seems like I've seen Tyler go out there every single day for the last week. That's what it seemed.
I mean, Doval too. These guys need a break.
Let's pray Doval don't go down.
Don't say that.
Who would be the closer if he did?
Tyler.
Tyler.
They might actually do the whole bullpen by committee. It might be between Taylor and Tyler.
Yeah,
I could see Walker making an appearance.
Yeah, I like Walker.
It's possible.
He's got a nasty slider.
Yeah, he's got that 2-pitch arsenal of his. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you back, Dan?
For a bit. I'm dealing with some stuff. I'll probably have to jump here in a minute again when I get a call. But yeah, it's a big series win. Now you got to keep the momentum going. You got the next 5 games, or you got 2 against the A's, 3 against the Angels. If you can keep the momentum going and win 4 or 5 of there, now you really make some headway before you head into the toughest part of the schedule. Yeah. So you got to go. You get the day off. You get stay at home. Basically, I mean, it's like they're still home even though they're going to Oakland. So it's a nice stretch. They play Sunday afternoon, and they get on a flight, and then they go down to Anaheim, and it's an opportunity for this club to really. Right now they're 12 over 500. Opportunity to get to 15 over 500 after these 5 games, and that would be a real growth. Hold on one sec. Let me shut my door.
No problem.
Eric, can you highlight Bay Area Music Lens? Comment?
Yeah, real quick. So there we got Senior saying Robert is now over the top Robert, also known as Otter. All right, there we go. Otter is in the house as well. All right, here we go. Bay Area Music Lens.
We all know it's true.
All right. This comment right here, that's facts. That's facts. They make the wild card and they have any run, then these guys are going to be around for.
They probably already have been, to be honest.
These guys are going to be around 21.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
When's his contract good through?
At least next year.
Okay.
At least.
I really want to see what happens next year when we're gonna get a handful of these rookies. I want to see if when these rookies turn into something, like I think Matos can. Bailey's already basically playing every day. Luciano, Schmidt, Meckler. I want to see what they do there, because I'm gonna defend these guys a little bit. Kapler, he hasn't had the roster to really play these guys every day. And
they're not everyday players.
Exactly. Correct. That goes on Farhan.
Yes.
But I want to see what happens when they do get the everyday players, because they will. These guys are coming. These young kids are coming, and they're gonna. I want to see, are they gonna play them every day, or are they gonna be platooned?
That's the key question. Is this manager and is this?
Are you the Fire Farhan on Twitter, Bora? Guy?
No.
Oh, okay. No. I just happened to notice your hashtag there, and I'm like, I've seen somebody's got. I think he's probably in our chat. It's somewhere. There is a Fire Farhan guy that has a Twitter handle.
Maybe
so I think he has T-shirts too.
Yeah, he does. He has T-shirts, everything. Yeah. Man, this guy is after Farhan, like Keith Olbermann's after Donald Trump. Man, it's like unbelievable. So it's like
to be determined, but maybe at the end of the day, Farhan and Kapler are a good combination for a veteran laden team. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, right now they're playing good ball. Despite when you look at them, it's not a roster that is solid up and down. But I think it can get there if Tyro comes back. I don't expect Tyro to really come back and kill it. I mean, it takes a while, I think.
Yeah.
They just need the stability of Tyro. That's all they need.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting tomorrow. Or Saturday. We won't know till Saturday, most likely.
Yeah, we're still waiting to find out.
Whether it's Diaz that goes down or Schmidt. One of those two's going down on Saturday.
Should we make wage? No, I shouldn't say wages, but
I think it's Diaz, but
I think it's Diaz too. He made the nice play and he had an RBI yesterday, but I think Kapler values, and this whole organization values, versatility. Schmidt can play 3 of the 4 infield positions.
That's what that's what they said when they sent down Luciano, is because Schmidt is more,
exactly. And I just don't see, because Estrada, let's be realistic. Estrada is going to come back, and he's not going to have all his strength that he did towards the beginning of the season. So they're going to need Schmidt to sort of fill in some days, and he's going to have to play short. He's going to have to play second between Crawford and Estrada, and I don't see Diaz playing short.
No.
Right. I will be in San Diego this weekend, everybody, and probably at the Padres-Dodger game Sunday. Does anybody in the chat have a message for me to give to Padres fans?
Nice. How about that?
I love Petco. Danny, it's a nice field.
Beautiful park. Beautiful.
That's going to be an interesting series to see how Padres do against the Dodgers.
Padres fans hate the Dodgers.
I have a feeling the Padres are going to – is it a 3-game series?
And you know what? The Padres are better pitching.
2 out of 3.
Just as intense as Giants fans towards the Dodgers.
Padres are going to take 2 out of 3.
I think so, because they got better pitching than the Dodgers.
Yep.
But the only thing is the Dodgers, they both got some boppers in their lineup, so we'll see.
Could help the Giants. Could help the Giants if the Padres win and the Giants take care of their business.
I can't root for the Dodgers.
Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's in my DNA.
I know. He's like, that'll be fun though. I love that ballpark. I might have to run down there in September myself.
Gaslamp District.
Are the Giants there in August or September? I thought they were there in August.
End of August, early September, I think.
Yeah. First end of August, last day. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's see.
Or have you made it to San Diego and Petco yet?
1, 2, 3.
I have. I want to say 10 years ago, maybe.
Do you have a favorite away stadium that you've been to yet?
Probably Fenway.
Nice.
That's mine too.
Yeah, Fenway is just so great. We saw. I don't know if anybody remembers, but it was the Red Sox versus Indians, and it was the game where Austin Jackson made the
Austin Jackson.
spectacular catch over.
And he went over the wall.
Yep, it was like a 11-10 game, and
he
were
broke
at
his
that
rib
game.
or something. I think when he did.
I don't know.
Good game.
That was that's the best game I've ever been to, and it was just such a vibe. It was a great game.
I forgot about Austin Jackson. He was a Giant for a while.
He was.
I still haven't made it to Wrigley. I'm supposed to go at least three or four times. Just hasn't come. I got to get there. I got to get to Wrigley.
I think my whole family
follow the Giants in September. Go to San Diego and then go to Chicago right after that.
Nice.
We're trying to get to every 30 stadium.
All 30 That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's that's a fun thing to do. A lot of people do that. One of these days,
I heard Safeco's nice too. Seattle's field, I heard, is nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bora, are you in the Bay Area?
Yeah, I'm in.
You are.
I'm in San Francisco. Yeah.
Okay.
What part of the city?
Russian Hill.
Ooh, nice. A lot of memories over there, man. Damn.
Looking at. Well, let me pull them up here. Let's see. We had a couple ball games today. The Phillies actually beat the Marlins again, so a little separation started.
And Lorenzen, their new acquisition, did well.
8 innings, right? 8 innings.
8 innings.
Yeah, Max Scherzer pitched well today for the Rangers.
The first inning, man, he pooped all over himself, but then he came back.
Did you see Jack Flaherty? He was pumping 97 when on the Orioles. His average fastball velocity on the Cardinals was 92.
You know what that means? He's excited. He knows he's going to the playoffs. That's what it is.
Yep.
Can you imagine? Because we imagine when you're playing on a team that's going nowhere and scuffling compared to a team that's literally probably like, as a matter of fact, the rankings I think they're number 2 with Atlanta Braves being number 1 in the power rankings. So
did you see Dylan Cease got rocked?
Ooh,
did he?
Ugly.
Yeah. Ugly. Last night, right? Or was it today?
Maybe it was yesterday.
I think it might have been last night.
Yeah.
I see somebody posted took a picture, saw it in Kruk and Kipe, the Phillies and the Pirates playing, and it was the first inning, and it had the logos of the Phillies on the left-hand side, and then on the right it was the Pirates logo, or vice versa.
Poop, right?
Yeah, poop. And then 0-0 in the middle.
Hey, what's up, Jim? Good to see you in there, man.
That's right. We were going to have Jim come on in. I forgot. You know what? I'll send you the link right now, Jimmy.
Nice.
Let me do that. We'll have Jim on.
Hey, chat, if you guys haven't been, go to the Jim Base or the Jim on Base show. He's got a great channel, awesome interviews. You guys won't be disappointed. Really good channel. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him join us here.
Did he call us cuties?
Yeah, he's being funny.
He's talking about you, Los.
Come on in, Jim. I'm gonna answer that. All good, brother. All good.
That's awesome.
Hey, does anybody have any thoughts on the new patch?
Someone talked about
the patch that says what's the heck to say? Cruise. That's it. Yeah. I saw him do a commercial on it too.
Typical corporate, just
it's
business.
Horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
What?
Hey, Jim, sent you the link to your email. He's going to join us shortly.
I can't wait till the Giants outfield wall looks like Bull Durham with advertisements all over the place.
And
so
it's coming.
But I think the vibe of the club has got to be pretty good right now.
I think it's great. Yeah,
and they get this nice swing of home games, and then they get the road games in California. Oakland's practically a home game. Then they go to Anaheim for 3. Then they come back home for 6 more. So, in essence, since they started with the A's, they just completed a 9-game homestand, went 7-2 on the homestand, which is great. And then they've got so they've had 9 games. They got 5 more on the road in California. That's 14. Then they come home for 6 more. So that's 20 games in the state of California. That's huge after coming off that really, really tough road trip. It's not only good for their emotional, mental clock, but it's physically, the weather, everything is so much better in the Bay Area. It's cooler. Anaheim's beautiful place to play at night. It's like 70 degrees at night games, 70, maybe even sometimes in August, you could even get close to 80 at game time. That's perfect weather to play baseball. I loved playing baseball when it was 80 degrees. Hated it when it was like 50.
Dan, did you like playing ball at night or in the day?
I love both. It was easy to get warmed up in the day when it was warm because, just stretch hardly, the muscles are looser but night games, there's just a little bit more energy.
If it's not too cold and chilly and windy, I like night games.
Yeah, night games are funner because you just have more energy. Problem with night games when we played, Los, compared to today, it was like talk about a name called Candlestick. Perfect. We played under candlelight, it seemed like, when we were growing up. Now they got all the LED lights. You drive by these kids' ballparks in Arizona and you see them all lit up. Man, it was hard in the 70s to see some balls in the air at night. I mean, they didn't have the technology they have today. So
they didn't even play night games at Wrigley back then.
Not in Wrigley, yeah. But I'm talking about the ball fields that you and I played on.
Oh, yeah, just the high school fields.
High school, Babe Ruth, whatever it was. There wasn't that quality of lights, and balls get up there, and it's like, oh, where the heck that thing go? I love playing at Diablo Valley College when I played football because Diablo Valley College had unbelievable lights for, late 70s, 80s. It was the best lit field, and it was artificial turf. And man, as a kicker, I could kick on artificial turf way better than grass because your footing, there was just no plant foot was so nice. I was blasting warm-ups, 55 yarders consistently. Love to just go out and kick warm-ups, man. That was fun.
Hey, before we forget, got 60 people in the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like, and if you haven't, subscribe. Do it now.
Yeah, Dan, going back to the schedule, they only have one major road trip the rest of the way.
Right.
It's the mid-August to the Braves and the Phillies.
Yeah.
That's the only major road trip. They have one other road trip beginning of September.
They got a tough one in September, a longer one, but it's a 10-game road trip in 3 cities. They got 4 in Colorado, 2 in Arizona, and then 4 in LA.
It's mostly on the West Coast, though.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, from September 8th till the last game of the season, October 1st, they only leave California to go play Colorado.
Yep.
And then it's, I'm telling you, this thing could come down to the final weekend.
The final weekend against the Dodgers. I was just thinking about that. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
That's how it was in 21.
Yep.
Granted, the teams were in different positions than they were back then, but
they didn't come down in 21 in the division to head to head. But I do remember a couple of head-to-heads where it has come down to Giants Dodgers. But it's gonna be fun. Let me see. Hold on. I'll text Jimmy.
We got some more Ohtani talk. We'll talk about that later. How about maybe after the season?
Maybe Ohtani's seeing this Giants resurgence and he's thinking,
blah, bull crap. No.
Arigato.
We all know where he's going, but whatever. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So,
we get the good, the bad, and the ugly, maybe.
Yeah.
Greg Dayton, he's coming. Giants at 2-10 versus Detroit, Kansas City, and Washington. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the good, the bad, and the ugly here. The good today, the pitching was phenomenal. The bullpen game, everybody contributed that was in the ball game. Obviously, they shut him out. Nobody really started off with Alexander. Went one. Beck, 4 innings. He's going to have to be kind of your unsung hero today, going 4. Mania was only one that had a little struggle because he walked somebody and then he got yanked for that. And then Jackson came in. Jackson looked like, he didn't have great control today, but he struck out the side. And with that, we welcome in Jim on base.
Awesome. What's up, Jim?
Awesome. Wait, we got to give him a proper.
Here, I got it. Yep.
I got it right here. Got it?
Yep. Give
him a proper intro to the show.
All righty. Hold on. Let's get it right.
No, that's
there. Yeah. He's got the setup. Yeah, he's got the setup. He's got the shirt.
Got the Grateful Dead old school shirt on. Nice.
Oh,
that's old school right there. I love it.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Blue, not the orange and black. They're hard to find now.
Yeah. Awesome. So we're just going over welcome Jim on base. If you guys don't know Jim, he's got a channel. Tell us your YouTube channel, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come on. It's gonna be fun. We keep saying I'll do it, and then there's never a time. So
yeah.
Just the Jim on Base show, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Track all the episodes, and that's how I did at spring training this year.
Tons of interviews. Hey, did you go to the golf tournament? Was Steph winning this year? Were you there again?
I wasn't able to go this year. Scheduling with my friends to Spain and Croatia. So
awesome.
I was like, I guess I got to take the year off for the tournament.
Yeah, would have been awesome. Lake Tahoe or Spain and Croatia. Yeah, tough call, right?
But then I miss it, and Steph wins it all. So I was like, oh man, maybe I'm a bad luck charm.
Oh man, that was awesome. But we're just going over the good, the bad, and the ugly, which we usually do at the beginning of the show. But we mentioned the actual pitching. The entire bullpen was lights out today. Alexander, Beck, Mania, Jackson, Rogers, and Duvall preserving the 1-0 victory. From the hitting side, it's got to go to, obviously, Lamont Wade. There was only 2 hits the entire game.
That's the ugly,
that's part of it, Conforto got a hit, and then Wade, but Wade's made it count. It was a deep shot into the right field seats, just before getting beyond the seats, almost onto the walkway there. But the Giants win it 1-0 with that home run. Also, got to give credit to Kapler today. Kapler managed a good ball game. Handled, took the pitching staff, didn't overtax anybody. Nobody was, threw beyond their limits today. Beck only threw 48 pitches in 4 innings. That's just, a little, what is that? 12 pitches an inning. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So I think
7 at the game, right? So that was nice too.
What's that?
Alexander to start the game. I think he only threw like 7 pitches.
Yeah, 7 pitches, 6 strikes. Yeah, so got to give it. I thought he might go out there for a second inning with that first inning, the way he mowed him down. He was really helped by the double play on one pitch after the leadoff single by Corbin Carroll. Alexander, the next pitch, Rivera hits into a double play, and it's like Bob Brenly on the Diamondbacks broadcast was fuming. He was like, give this guy a chance to do something on the bases,
Yep.
Let Carroll do his work. So that's what he was talking about, how, he says the Diamondbacks don't capitalize on things because they make blunders like that, little things that turn into, possible rally just snuffed out in one pitch.
Just like when Perdomo on that second game got thrown out and picked off.
Yeah. So that's the ugly today is just probably, again, the bats itself. Yeah. I mean, 2 hits, but I tell you, watching the game, that was the first time he's ever gone 7 innings, this young kid for Arizona, Brandon Pfaadt.
He did good.
But he had a nice repertoire of pitches going. He had looked like to me, he had a splitter that was dropping pretty good. And then he had a nice slider, and the fastball was moving. He was keeping hitters off balance. Blake Sabol looked really lost today. Sometimes that happens when you face a pitcher that you're not seeing the ball well. You could see Sabol was not seeing the ball at all coming out of his hand, because he was swinging late. He was swinging at pitches out of the zone. But give credit to the pitcher, because he had some really good stuff today.
Yeah, he did.
Well, Sabol hasn't been seeing the ball for the past couple games. I looked it up. His last 40 at bats, he has 20 strikeouts.
Woo, that's
so.
Yeah, they're going to have to work. He's going to have to, he'll work on that. As a rook, he's probably, if he wasn't a Rule 5 guy, they probably would have had him down for more development. But he's too valuable to lose, to give away back to the Pirates, because the Pirates, would snatch him right back up. So overall, I think he's had a pretty good showing, good season for himself. But Jim, you've been out to the ballpark. What's the vibe? Have you been in the clubhouse recently, or?
Yeah, everything seems normal. It's been fun being able to check in here and there. And like yesterday, everything seemed pretty positive, good vibes. Kind of quiet. It felt like, but overall good. Nothing too out of the ordinary, which was nice. So I feel like the Giants are in a good spot, and it sounds like there's good team chemistry with all the new guys too.
Take a call real quick.
No problem. Hey, I saw that you were there real quick. You were there for the perfect game, right? With the A's and the Yankees.
Yeah, I got lucky. I was there, and
that's
then
awesome.
I met up with a friend in the stands, and then I was like, "Oh crap!"
Man, that's like getting a lottery ticket. I mean, how many people get to see a perfect game? I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I went back. I was like, I need to watch the next few innings in the press box and not be talking my friend's ear off. And then I got to see it. So I couldn't believe it. That was wild, though.
Awesome. Go for it, Liz.
Never see that again. But then there was like probably 4 or 5 guys in the press box that were at Matt Cain. So
that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Jim, it's very easy to assume that when a team make a big trade at the deadline, is kind of like disappointed, like, damn, you couldn't get us a piece. But I'm going to kind of go the other way, and just because we don't know how people think. What if the clubhouse is like, damn, you really have confidence in that we can do it with what we have right now? And that might actually be a positive thing as far as like mentally for the team.
Yeah, I thought so too. Everyone's getting mad and kind of calling into to KNBR, and I thought, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like it would have been nice to get like a Jack Flaherty, obviously, and stuff like that. Overall, I don't think we need that big splash. That I think it's only human to kind of want that. But
I did kind of want them to sell, some of the excess pitchers that they have, just to get some more prospects. Not to sell to give up, but to sell because you have an abundance of a commodity that where a lot of teams are paying top dollar for. And I think the Giants really could have capitalized on that. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think it just kind of threw everyone off the whole we're going to be aggressive. And then
it did. Yeah.
It's kind of like a fake out in a way.
It sure was. Got me. It got me.
But, that's general managers in all sports don't believe what they say. If they're going to say one thing, John Lynch has said many things over the years, and they go the other way. So did Bob Myers with the Warriors. So, don't be surprised. I mean, yeah, Farhan says it a lot. Like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then he goes the other way. So that's kind of just like that's general manager's way of just like they're not going to play their cards. They're not going to tell everybody what they're going to do.
Well, just don't say the way I say.
They're setting everybody up. They say one thing and they go the other way.
So
it's poker. It really is.
And my favorite was people say, well, if you give them this guy and that guy, then we can get this big star. And it's like, what makes you think the team wants those guys you're offering for the big star?
Right.
everyone's going to win somehow. So I don't know.
Jim, you had said if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and that's a great point. They are still winning, but at the same time, the offense is kind of broken, and I just don't think AJ Pollock is gonna fix.
Yeah, is
gonna fix that. I mean, he had a good throw today, in left field. He's a good outfielder, but I just don't think. I think Farhan got everybody's expectations up by saying we're going to be aggressive. And I think we all see the offense is broken right now. It is. We don't know what's going to fix it. It might just be in a slump right now, or they might have needed to add a piece.
A bat.
I just think Farhan's. I think everybody's mad at Farhan, not because he didn't really do anything, just because he said we're going to be aggressive. I think most people are fine with the way
staying pat.
Exactly, just staying pat, not doing too much.
Yeah, maybe just kind of teasing the emotions a little bit. That's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think especially with this last offseason, with the debacle of Correa not being able to get judged, I think that still resonates a little bit with the fan base as well.
Yeah, and I think Ohtani's obviously different, but I'm kind of glad we missed out on Correa and some of these deals.
Absolutely.
Maybe not the way to go.
Yeah, I agree. I still think that they should have traded Rodon back in the trade deadline last year, because they could have got some really nice pieces for him. Yeah. But as far as the long-term contract with Rodon, that was now Gausman. He's still doing pretty good. And
I don't know why they let him go. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and if you look at his contract, it's such a bargain in today's market. It's like, but hey, what's in the past, nothing you really could do about it.
Yeah. It's I think sometimes it's assumed that it's just the OGs like myself, Dan, and Eric that just hate platoon baseball. But Bora's a young guy, and Bora doesn't like it either. I think most fans, young, old, medium, whatever, like to see 4 or 5 core guys that are in the lineup every day. And that's just not this team. That's not the way they're built. I mean, I think we just got accepted. That's how they're put together, and that's how they're going to win and lose. Bottom line.
One thing that's changed for baseball for me is like growing up, the early teams, you knew the whole lineup. Like you could play in the back.
Right.
Now you just don't know. Like you don't know who's batting third. They might be batting sixth the next day. It's just I think it does kind of take away some of the fun things you can have as a fan. It just becomes a blur after a while.
And then I think another thing is it's hard for a fan to get behind the team, like you said, because you kind of get this investment into your players and your team because you're seeing them every day. And then when you're not seeing them every day, there's really not that connection between the team and the fan base.
That's true.
And I felt it a lot, especially last year. It was like, wait, who is this guy? Like,
yeah. Well, you think about all the Giants fans that wore their giraffe hats, Bell, homegrown, Panda, homegrown. They love
beards.
Yeah. So from a business point of view, they're going to sell more goofy stuff like that from their homegrown person. Lamont Wade or some of these other guys are probably not going to sell any stuff like that. But like I said, it's working, and they're just running with what's working right now.
Hey, speaking of homegrown, did you hear that the Belt and Crawford were tied for triples in San Francisco history at 28? And Crawford, they were kidding each other the night before last, texting that they said something about, because Crawford got a home run, Belt got a home run the other night. Both of them did. And they're like on Tuesday night, and they're kind of kidding each other. Like, well, let's go for the cycle. And Crawford said, well, who's going to get the triple? And then he does it the next night.
It's funny.
It's pretty crazy, which was really good to see because Brandon Crawford looks rejuvenated. And him getting today off was huge because they got the off day tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't want to overuse that guy.
I told everybody in this chat 3 months ago, 2, maybe 3, somewhere around there. People were DFA Crawford, get rid of him. I go, he will be a factor down the stretch. He's too much of a pro. He's got a lot of pride. He's been a great player. There's stuff in the tank. He's dealing with nagging injuries. That when you have a knee injury, man, it affects everything.
It does.
And
you got to learn how to deal with it. Yeah.
Can't not just a knee. It could be an elbow, a thigh. Luis Matos last year when I interviewed Matos, he said it was his. He had a calf injury, and it's the first time he had a bad year hitting. Pretty low in batting average wise, and this year he's healthy, and you saw what he can do. Coming up. So, Luis Matos. In fact, we got to hear from Luis. We need a little laughter today. Luis, what's up?
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
Forgot his line. He forgot who he was supposed to endorse. One more time. This is funny.
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
Were you actually trying?
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
Were you trying to get him to say Coach Emilio?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was gonna say that's tough, man.
He was just like, we've got the other one down. It's in there somewhere. The real one, I don't know. Do we have that in there? He actually said, hey, listen to Dan, Larry, and Ryan, but he forgot it. But it's pretty. When I first approached him, he says, I got no English. He's kind of like English, and I said, okay, well, just do the best you can. And he was really actually pretty easy to understand.
Nice.
Hey,
I got a clip. Do you want me to play a clip from your channel there, Jim?
Yeah, if you guys don't mind.
Sure. I was thinking of maybe doing the highlight. You did the highlights of Jim Wotus or Wotus and Fleming. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, let's try. It's the highlight one. Here we go. Let's get it all ready here. All right.
I was gonna say it's nice with Crawford, even though he's hitting low and he's getting hot lately. I feel like he's been clutch all year though, which has been pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's come through. I'm a big Crawford fan. I'm not gonna ever dog him.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Here's Jim on base interviewing Dave Fleming and Wotus.
This is Dave Fleming, broadcaster with the Giants.
This is Ron Wotus with the Giants, and I'm back on base.
I heard earlier on in the year that some of the Giants coaching staff were playing the video game MLB The Show to kind of maybe just keep people's names straight, some of their strengths and weaknesses. So was that all you? Are you the gamer on staff? Or?
Oh, boy. I didn't even hear that. So you could tell how much of a gamer I am. No, I got Asteroids. Remember Asteroids? Pac-Man. Remember Pac-Man? There was Donkey Kong.
Pac-Man.
The first video game I ever had was on the black and white TV. Pong, right? Where the ball would go back and forth and you would have to hit it and it would go back and forth. Then it would get faster. And my favorite of all time, it's really old, was Asteroids. Asteroids. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not a big gamer with anything else.
And is it true? I heard a rumor that your handicap is 3 on the golf course. Is that true? Or
it's up to 4. I've been playing some bad golf lately, but yeah, you heard that right.
I imagine you've had some good matches with Giants-related people.
The one who's working on it, I mean, Affelt says he is. Romo's really working at it. And I told Romo when I saw him in spring training, because he wanted to tell me all about golf, and I said, look, I'm not playing with you until you can't be that bad. I'm not playing with you. And I think I was kind of teasing him, but I think he really took it seriously. So now every time he sees me, he's giving me reports on his scores. I'm just letting him go, but I sort of feel a little guilty about it because I think he really thinks I was like being harsh and judgmental, and I'm never playing with you until you clean it up.
I thought you have a good doppelganger, Don Johnson. Do you ever get that one? Or
Don Johnson. I haven't gotten that one. But a couple of my friends call me the Fonz. Oh, yeah. Sometimes. And the older he's gotten, he looks a little bit like me. So I haven't heard Don Johnson. He's too suave to be me, though.
You got the hair, you got the goatee sometimes,
Yeah.
I think it's you should run with it.
Yeah, okay. I see it. I see the connection, yeah.
It's got to be surreal for you. Because isn't it true you grew up in Virginia listening to John Miller, and now you're friends and colleagues with him?
It is true. Some of my earliest baseball memories, we had one of those old-timey station wagons where the back seat faced backwards. You may be too young to remember those, but like the old Chevy station wagons where the back gate would sort of swing open and the back bench seat was facing backwards. And I can remember being in the back seat of the station wagon driving home from going to an Orioles game in person, and you'd put on the radio broadcast on the way home because John was doing the highlights just like he does now. So, truly from the time I was John may not want to hear that, but from the time I was a little kid, I was listening to John. But when I first started here, that was it was an interesting feeling.
All right. Awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
That was
you
great.
Follow up with when he's talking about Romo, say, hey, have you ever played Steph in golf?
Oh yeah,
that would be good.
I could totally see Wotus as the Fonz.
Yeah.
But that was cool. You're gonna have to talk to Fleming after he had his call with his brother. That was really cool. I was able to listen to KMBR during that time. That was cool hearing both of those guys talk, the brothers.
Yeah, I did mention that. I said, did you and your brother, announce to video games or other games growing up? And he said, actually, no. So then later, the Red Sox were coming to town. I totally forgot.
Yeah, that was cool. Not like the asteroids. Man, yeah. I know exactly what he's talking about there. That was fun.
Hey, what happened to our it's not even in the videos anymore. I don't know what happened to it. The Fleming. It's not in there.
What happened? We didn't get rid of that one.
It's not in there.
I see it pop up on YouTube every now and then, like suggested video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We didn't have it in here, Dan. We were playing it through your YouTube. We just
that's
what we did.
I thought we had it in there.
Yeah, every time I played it, I have to log on to the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's that's been that's got to be pretty cool though. What you've been able to do though, Jim. I mean, just having I emailed. It's really tough to get guys. I emailed Chisholm today, trying to get some players on for.
Oh yeah.
Just a quick interview tonight or tomorrow since they have an off day and they're in town.
Mm-hmm.
So I requested Webby, but or Bailey or any of them I would love to get, but I know that
they'll get you Pollock.
Yeah, hey, that would be fine too. It'd be fine. I just
that would be interesting.
What's the? Have you been in the clubhouse? Are you allowed in there when they're doing the fog stuff when they come?
Usually everyone goes in like right as it's kind of dying down,
Right as it's dying down.
It's still going. It's just kind of basically the party's ending when we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's cool.
That's been fun to watch. Yeah. So.
Well, it's kind of weird tomorrow with the off day, right? Weird Friday night off.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. In fact, I was talking with Ned earlier this morning. We were going to do a show. He wanted to do a show with us tomorrow night, and we were going to do a dual channel setup on our channel and Larry's channel, and we have Ned on. But I said, "There's no game tomorrow night," and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, positive. It's because of the way the schedule falls. They play." Normally a 3-game series against an American League rival, but because it's Oakland is their natural closest rival, they play them 2 at home, 2 on the road. So it's a 2-game series. When it falls on a weekend, you get an off day in the weekend, just like the Dodgers got Sunday off before the All-Star break. They played Anaheim. I keep calling them Anaheim. I'm a California Angels, whatever. Does anybody remember the California Angels?
Yep.
That's what I can't call them the LA Angels. It just doesn't fit. I know originally they were years and years ago the LA Angels, but
Wally Joyner.
Yeah, I grew up on them as the California Angels. Hey, I saw Nolan Ryan pitch when I was a kid at Anaheim Stadium.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
If you haven't seen the documentary on Nolan Ryan, you got to see it. That is a good one. Really good one. I can't believe that guy hasn't won a Cy Young with some of his years.
Yeah. Did you see that Houston has the most no-hitters as a franchise in baseball? And I think Ryan owns like 5 or 6 of them. Didn't he do like 7 no-hitters in his career or something like that?
Most of them were, I think, with Houston, right?
Yeah.
7 and a ton of one-hitters.
I mean, Houston had some. I mean, they had J.R. Richard.
One-hitters or something, right? On top of all.
Bob Nepper.
Oh, he's got a bunch of one-hitters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He never had a perfect game, though, right?
No. He was a little wild.
Yeah, he used to walk a lot. He struck out a whole bunch, but yeah, his walks were.
He's what you call effectively wild. I think that's why he had so many no-hitters, because guys went up there literally,
That's what that documentary is so good. I think if I remember right, he was maybe contemplating quitting baseball when he was young, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
you know how batters when they always have like 3 or 4 extra bats, they bring with them in case they break a bat. When you faced Nolan Ryan back in his day, you brought extra pair of underwear.
Nolanitis.
Did that go over your head, Bora, or did you get that one?
I got it.
Okay.
I think Bora can hold his own with those.
only me and Dan laugh at that type of humor.
He knows that.
Oh, real quick, hey, you know what? We missed the super chat from Glass Half Full. He hit it right when Jim was coming on. You might want to touch on that real quick.
Thank goodness Arizona. Thank you, Glass Half Full. Donates $4.99. Says, thank goodness Arizona didn't upgrade their rotation. Grateful. Yeah. Hashtag grateful. Yeah, they really they didn't get anybody, did they? They didn't get any starting pitching.
None.
At the deadline.
They got the closer and Tommy Pham. I think that's it, right?
That was it.
Yeah. It was nice to see Pham get go down today. Interestingly, the Diamondback broadcasters kept talking about the importance of winning the season series with the Giants, because if they, for some reason, tie, that is the tiebreaker. They play 13. Now the Giants are up 6-5. So Giants have 2 more with Arizona. They just got to win 1 of the 2 to win the season series.
I think the D-backs are done. I don't see them they're winning too many more games.
They have the worst record in baseball since July 1st.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Carroll's been struggling. That whole offense has been really struggling ever since the All-Star break.
The whole West had, like Scott Fowler said, the whole West didn't get any pitching. Lance Lynn and who?
Rich Hill, Dick Mountain.
Oh man!
All right, that one went over my head because I wasn't. Okay, so yeah, Ned did call it weeks ago with Arizona.
Yeah, he did.
In fact, I had a nice little wager with Ned about week and a half before 2 weeks before the All-Star break. He said, "Book it. Dodgers will be in first place by 5." I looked at that and I said, "You know what? I'll take that bet," because I mathematically figured it out. It was almost impossible for the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers would have had to go like 12-1, 13-0, and the Diamondbacks would have had to lose like 6 of 13. So I was like, I feel pretty good. But anyway.
Are you going to go anywhere else across the United States there, Jim? Because I saw you went to New York. You got some nice interviews.
No, actually, I'm going to Pittsburgh next month with a friend. So we're gonna. we're seeing the Niners open up against this.
Ooh, nice! You gonna get some credentials in for that one, or?
I'm trying. I'm not counting I'm not gonna hold my breath on it, but
49ers are tougher to get.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but the Pirates are in town, so I'm gonna pass for that game. They're playing the Nationals, so.
Cool.
Yeah, see what happens.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. Maybe that O'Neal Cruz will be back by then. Maybe you could get an interview with him.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say I have one with Rich Hill that's coming out in a few days. Him and Connor.
Oh, cool.
And now
wow.
He's
a Padre now, right? He's a Padre. Rich Hill.
Yeah, I haven't ran into that issue before, so I was like, oh crap, I got to get it out faster.
Man, so
that's awesome.
Well, cool.
Boys, I got a 4:30 meeting
Yeah,
I got to get to, so I'm
awesome, Los. We're gonna
Jim, good seeing you.
Nice finally meeting you.
Definitely. I'll see you when I'm back from SD. Go.
Hey,
Buckeyes.
you
Take it easy, Los.
you gonna be available at all this weekend if we get Ned?
Possibly. What day?
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday is easier than Sunday.
Okay.
Text me.
All right. Later. Have a good one.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
See you, Los.
All right. The great Los D. So let me see that shirt a little closer. Zoom in on that shirt of yours, Jim.
Oh,
that
me?
that Giants jersey.
Yeah, that's really cool. That Grateful Dead with the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice. That's nice.
Luckily, I'm wearing pants right now.
That's like, it reminds me of the interview I was doing with Ryan. We were interviewing, who was it? Gosh, it was
Elliot.
I think it was Ramos.
Yeah, it was Elliot. Because I remember,
he's like, "Am I okay right here?" Because Ramos was kind of just having his undershorts on, and we're like just gonna shoot him from the waist up anyway. And he goes, "You're cool." And Ryan goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm naked anyway too." So it's like
good old Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, how long are you guys going today?
Not much longer. Probably 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just a quick show. We do actually a lot better at night. Obviously
people are off
working.
Work.
So we may do another show tonight. We were going to do a Niner show tonight, but that our guest didn't work out. So we may come back for a part 2 for a little bit tonight, just to keep things flowing and stuff. I'll see how the night goes. It would be just a quick hour show.
Nothing is ever quick about this show.
I was hoping to get.
Well, maybe you'll hear back. You never know.
It would be great. It'd be great if we got a player or two just to.
Yeah, that'd be cool
to hear from. So, yeah. So when's you're going? When is the Niners opener? September 13th, something like that.
I think it's September 9th, or no, maybe 10th or 11th. I think it might be the 11th.
Is it really? Let me look at the Niners schedule real quick here, because it
might be the 10th or the 11th.
Week 1, it's the 11th. Yeah, no, the 10th. It's the 10th, Sunday the 10th. Yeah, because I may try and get up there in late September. In the Bay and come up. So, yeah.
Right for the playoff push.
Yeah, exactly. I ought to give my ticket person a call and see, well, there's no sense paying for season tickets though when I can just go in for free.
Yeah.
I was thinking yesterday though, it's crazy how if you would have, I didn't think the Giants would be as good as we are this year. So it's been entertaining to at least feel like they're in it. So
yeah, definitely.
I remember at spring training and earlier in the year, people would kind of whisper.
Right. Yeah. That is true.
How's the press box food?
It's been good actually. Yeah, I like.
Has it?
Dan getting the lay of the land.
Yeah.
It was frustrating, man. When we first started off this year in Scottsdale, we were getting just like chips and some peanuts and stuff.
A bag of Cheetos, and that's it, huh?
Then they started bringing in the sandwiches and stuff, and it was like, okay.
I said, all right, bring in the gourmet stuff. No, just kidding.
But I can't eat that stuff anymore. I've lost some weight since I last saw you. I'm down 20 pounds. So I got another
Filipino food. That's good. It's good food, but dangerous.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to my goal of about 172.
Wow.
So
good.
Wow.
I got 18 pounds to go. So
pretty soon, Dad's going to go from this to an OnlyFans show.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
You can make some good money doing that.
Yes, I hear some of them do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who does it?
What's that?
Who does it? You were saying?
I said I hear some of those gals make some pretty good money on that.
Oh yeah. I'm a little jealous.
MF has. Hey Jim, have you ever interviewed Farhan?
No.
I don't think anyone has, except for the regular print media. Yeah.
I don't really. I've only seen him like 3 or 4 times, maybe.
Yeah,
I guess he's hard to find. He hides out a lot, I think.
Yeah, he blends in kind of.
You know, Dan, what do you think about Patrick Bailey? You know, he's like super defender, but I mean, his offense has been tailing off recently. Do you think he just needs more breaks, or like?
No, I just don't think he's ever been a great hitter. I think I told everybody when he was hitting 3-something, don't expect him to come down to about 250. I don't know where he's at right now. He's probably close to that, if not below it. Where is Bailey batting? Let me pull it up here. Today's ball game.
You need to go check out the MLB YouTube channel. They have a short on Bailey, and they
I did see that.
They had a montage of all the people he threw out. It's fantastic. Yeah,
he's
really cool.
He's hitting 252 right now. I think that's about anything you get from Bailey that is 230 plus with his defense, and if he can give you a little pop, I think he'll get better as he gets older. This is his rookie year. They figured him out. I think he's probably going to be a 250 type hitter. Maybe give you close to 10 home runs a year. He's going to have to get a little bit more strength. He's probably going to realize he's going to have to get stronger with the weights, put on muscle with the long season. I'm a little concerned about him catching too much because he's at a career high of games right now. You get into mid-August, September, that's a concern. I wouldn't be surprised to see them bring up Bart in September, even though I don't know if they go ahead and do like Bart and Luciano. It'll be interesting to see. I think they need to give
Bailey some breaks.
Bailey a couple of breaks, give him at least a couple days off a week just so he's strong.
Yeah, we still got 2 more months of baseball, not to include if there's a playoff run. Yeah.
Right. So
when Bailey makes contact, though, it looks real pretty with that swing.
It does, especially from the left side.
Yeah.
The right side, he's just kind of battling to fend off things and hopefully, make some solid contact. Left hand, I don't think they should have him at the top of the order. Today they had him in the 5th spot. I would put Bailey down closer to the 8th spot.
Yeah.
7, 8. I really would. Especially when they get fully healthy and get Estrada and Haniger back. And Jim, I was talking yesterday. I think the Giants have a decent shot in a few weeks if Luciano comes back. Their struggle's been against left-handed pitching. They could put together an all right-handed lineup when the roster size increases from 26 to 28. They could go with Estrada, Matos, Luciano, Flores, Davis, Bailey, Haniger or Pollock, Slater, and Schmidt. And now you've got a whole different lineup that is facing lefties versus what they've been going out there because they've struggled against lefties. So I'm excited. I know Marco doesn't speak English, but have you been able to hear any interviews with him at all through interpreters or anything?
Not really, no. Haven't really gotten the chance to yet.
Yeah,
I haven't seen much of anything from him.
You got to learn Spanish, man. Yeah. Imagine if you can learn Spanish, man. You could be the guy in the clubhouse.
I get to the library, that's about it.
What's that?
I can get to the library, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, man. I that's a language I wish I knew because
that would definitely keep me handy. That's for sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I'm excited. That makes me think of when you mentioned Estrada. When he comes back, that'll be some added pop. So I feel like he's always good for left field bleacher home run every now and then. So excited to see him and Wilmer Flores, so.
Yeah, Flores has been on fire, absolutely on fire. It's been awesome to see. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. We're going to wrap up. It's been great having you, Jim. As always, you're welcome to come back anytime. Let me know. We'd love to play some of your interviews.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, and get the word out there for NorCal Sports Network.
Definitely.
Let your buddies know and people you know out there. We're here every night or every day, whatever day game, night game. We're covering the Giants, and we're going anywhere from we're trying to keep it to about an hour and a half, but we've had some 2.5, 3 hour marathons. We get the chat going in here, and like today we're sitting at 41, but the last week or so we've been sitting over 100 people in the live chat, and it gets to be
it's fun though. There's a lot of interaction, which is cool.
Yeah. So hang in the green room with me. I wanted to ask you a question when we're going to close it out. So just hang in the green room. All right.
All right. Sounds
once we off, don't disconnect here. So for everybody, thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys being faithful to be part of the NorCal Sports Network. Thanks to Bora for joining, and got any final thoughts today? Leave us with parting shots.
Need to go 5-2 right next.
Mike's cutting out. There we go. It's a little sharper now. Go ahead.
Against the Angels and A's, right? You gotta capitalize on your opportunities.
Those 5 games. It's 5 games they're playing.
Yeah, 4-1 maybe. 4-1, 5-0 be perfect. Try to play 500 ball against that in that tough stretch.
All right. Thanks to Jim on base, Romo. We will see you guys maybe tonight. Definitely Saturday after Saturday night's game, 4:00 game. Will come on about 7:30 Saturday night. We may be back tonight. We may be back anytime. Just keep the notifications bell on there, and you'll get notified when we come on live. So, till the next time, thanks for joining. Arrivederci! Ciao!